Stephen Gott's business. He's starting with Facebook today, announcing big changes to the way it pays taxes.
That's right. The social network is to stop booking all of its international revenue through Ireland and will instead begin reporting and paying tax on advertising earnings in more than 20 countries. The move could see Facebook pay more in countries like France, where it's been criticised by the government over the way it organises its finances. The changes will be phased in from next year. Erin Ogunki reports.
Multinational corporations are under growing pressure to pay their fair share of taxes. And Facebook is the latest tech giant to address the issue. On Tuesday, the social media company's chief financial officer, Dave Wenner, announced that the company would start booking advertising revenue locally.
We believe that moving to a local selling structure will provide more transparency to governments and policymakers around the world, who have called for greater visibility over the revenue associated with locally supported sales in their countries.
The change will be implemented in all of the countries outside of the United States where Facebook has an office. Before the announcement, Facebook funneled revenue from international advertisements to Dublin to take advantage of Ireland's low corporate tax rate. The move means the company may pay higher taxes in countries including France, Germany, and Italy. The social media company and other major tech giants have been accused of paying too little in taxes, leading many countries to seek changes in their tax policies. Earlier this year, France's economy minister, Bruno Le Maire, called for European countries to make Google, Amazon, and Facebook pay what they owe in taxes. Facebook is expected to complete the change in early 2019.
The media company Fox looks close to a deal to sell its entertainment assets to the Walt Disney Company. According to various reports, the deal could be worth around $60 billion. The sale would see Fox's film studio, which made the likes of Avatar, go to Disney, along with the Sky and Star pay TV businesses. The remaining divisions of Fox's broadcast network and news channel would be spun off into a new company. The Financial Times reporting the sale could be confirmed as early as Thursday.
Now, the price of natural gas is going to talk about now. It's jumped after an explosion at a gas pipeline hub in Austria.
One person was killed and 21 others injured in the explosion at the Baumgarten site in the east of Austria. The blast saw all gas flowing through the site turned off, sending prices for natural gas jumping across Europe, reaching record highs in Italy. But today, the operator Gas Connect Austria has said that all of the pipelines are back operating and were doing so before midnight last night.
OK, and that's gas. Now oil. Been hit by some supply issues there.
Yesterday, we were talking about the shutdown of a Scottish oil pipeline that sent the price of Brent crude soaring to a 2-year high. That did fall back later in trading on Tuesday, but it's regained some of the ground today. It's around $64 a barrel in trading a short time ago. That is after a report on Tuesday showing that US oil stocks had fallen. Oil and gas shares opening mixed in Europe today. Retailers are leading the gains across the European markets. The world's biggest fashion retailer, Inditex, which owns the chains including Zara, their shares up by 4% in Madrid. Shares in Airbus opening down 0.9%. That's after reports in the French media that its CEO, Tom Enders, will be stepping down from his role at the end of his mandate. You can see the picture there across London, Paris and Frankfurt. On the Asian markets, a more mixed picture today. In Tokyo, shares finishing down, but we had gains across Shanghai, Hong Kong and on the Kospi in Seoul.
South Korea now. They're considering a tax on gains from cryptocurrencies. This currency is like Bitcoin, isn't it?
The government in Seoul is also planning to ban minors from opening accounts on exchanges that trade the digital currencies. These measures are a reaction to the increased frenzy over Bitcoin, which hit a record value of over $17,000 this week after it began futures trading on the Chicago Exchange. South Korea has seen huge demand for Bitcoin, investors paying up to 20% more than international rates.
And last from Stephen, Twitter users. They're not too happy about Netflix. Now, they've been making fun, apparently, of their viewing habits.
Oh, as so many controversies do, this one started with a light-hearted tweet.
Yeah.
Netflix posted this on Monday. They said, to the 53 people who've watched A Christmas Prince every day for the past 18 days, Who hurt you? Now, Netflix doesn't often share data on viewing habits. People are a bit surprised and, as you can imagine, not very pleased about the company poking fun at what they're watching. Many of the replies are colourful and not publishable on television. This is a strategy that's been used by Spotify before in an advertising campaign. They put up billboards making fun of what people were listening to. Perhaps the company might think again about doing it. A Christmas Prince, by the way, is a Netflix-made film released this year. It tells the story of a journalist who falls in love with a prince she's been sent to report on. It gets 6 out of 10 on IMDb. I did check it out earlier, and I know what I'll be doing with my afternoon.
Exactly. I mean, 18 days. You've been watching it for at least 25, haven't you, Stephen? I mean, you're well ahead of the pack.
It sounds good.
Yeah, Alison wants a look. OK, we shall make sure she has a subscription so that you can watch it. Thank you very much, Stephen.